Hey guys, today is a special day for me and my Rusty Beauty because together we're gonna be for a first time on the road officially with the new 1296cc engine, the one that I pulled out from the Mark III and rebuilt in the last couple of weeks. And also for a first time this car is registered and insured and officially on the road because so far I was driving it with the dealer's plate from the shop, but I've never had it registered and insured. And I also got my historic license plate, and today I went specifically to the shop to clean it and tune up the carbs and the ignition and get her ready for the road because tomorrow there's a car show in Ancaster. Actually, it's a flea market, but there's a lot of owners who bring their cars there for a first time in the year. So I spent a couple of hours today adjusting the carbs and the ignition, and I made the car running very nice and smooth, but there was only one problem. I couldn't lower the RPMs more than 1500. I tried everything possible, but it was always running above 1500, even 2000. And later on I realized what was the problem, but all day I couldn't figure it out. Sorry about the wind noise. I didn't know that my action camera was gonna pick it all up. But anyways, as I said, the car was running nice and smooth when I took it for a ride around the block. But now, when I left, the RPMs couldn't go more than 2500. And I started thinking what went wrong because it was running so nice and now it's a pain to drive. And the only thing that changed was that I put the air cleaners. I adjusted the curbs without the air cleaners, and now when I put them on, they are restricting the airflow. That was the only reasonable explanation that I had, so I started looking for a place to pull to the side of the road and remove the air cleaners because obviously I couldn't drive the car like that. And while I'm looking for a good place, I'm gonna tell you also about high RPMs on the idling. I knew that there was a vacuum leak somewhere and I wanted to find it by spraying a carb cleaner around the manifolds, around the carburetors, and especially around the throttle shafts because the carburetor cleaner is flammable, and if there is a vacuum leak it's gonna suck the cleaner inside the engine, and that would increase the RPMs. But the RPMs didn't increase more than what they were anyways, and I couldn't find the vacuum leak. That was all day. But since everything else was fine with the engine, I decided that I can live with a little bit higher RPMs on the idling and decided to leave the shop. But now, when I pulled to the side of the road to remove the air cleaners, I also found the vacuum leak. And it's funny because I spent all day trying to find it in the shop with all the tools around me and everything, and I couldn't. And just here on the side of the road with no tools, I managed to find the problem. And I found it even without looking for it. That was while I was revving the engine to test it with and without air cleaners here. I heard this hissing noise coming from the oil cap, and just then it clicked. I realized what was wrong with it. I never had a car with a PC valve so far, and I totally forgot that the PC valve is sucking from the rocker cover, and for this reason the oil system needs to be sealed, otherwise we're gonna have vacuum leak. Oh, look at this now. Sounds much better. And here, when I pressed on the oil cap, the engine almost stopped, so that was the issue. But I didn't want to do anything about it here on the side of the road because I had to readjust the carbs and everything, and I didn't want to start messing with that right here right now. So I was happy that I knew what the problem was, and I'm gonna deal with that later. But now let's see if removing the air cleaners helped for the airflow problem. Well, that already sounds better. Yeah. Oh my god, this wind noise. Sorry about that, guys. I really have no experience with shooting ride-along videos, but I'm gonna get better in that now that I have a car to drive. Anyways, now she's reacting as she should be. When I hit the pedal, she's flying. Oh, I'm so happy. Of course, after the show, I'm gonna have to go back to the shop and fix that problem with the oil cap and adjust the carbs with the air cleaners, because I can drive with no air cleaners, of course. But for now, I'm really happy. Well, I shot a very long video, but with this wind noise it's not worth posting it because you're gonna hate me, guys. But I promise you, one of these days I'm gonna shoot a better ride along video and you're gonna join me and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So thanks for watching and thanks for joining me for my first ride with my newly rebuilt engine, and I'll see you soon. Some of you I guess I'm gonna see tomorrow in Ancaster, and the rest of you I'm gonna see in my next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, and stay tuned for the video series about the actual rebuilding of the engine. That's gonna be in the 68 Mark III playlist because this engine belongs to that car, but no matter where, you're gonna enjoy it soon.